America with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Welcome. How's everybody doing? Starting the show off on mute. Can only mean this is going to be a great show. Shirley, but don't call me Shirley. How are you doing? Excuse my son. He's yelling in this living room like a banshee of some kind. Quite distracting if I'm honest. But hey, it's been a day. Happy Monday. Starting off the week. I hope you are doing all right. Look, a lot of people have been talking. A lot of people have been saying this, that, and the other. Don't get it twisted. Erling Haaland is back, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've gone too long wondering what life could be like with no KDB, no Erling Haaland, no John Stones, etc. But we're going to find out on Friday. Look, got a lot to talk about. I may or may not be joined by a guest. He may be flakier than the flakes on the flakes. The flakes on the lakes is what I meant to say. But don't be flaky like a flake on the lake. Make sure you're hitting a like on the video. Or not. Whatever. It's all good in the hood. As you can see, I have a tweet pulled up right now. This one right here. You ever seen that one? You know what it is? Do you know who tweeted that? Do you see the name? Should I keep zooming in? Do you see the name? Erling Haaland. Oh, how I've missed this. And what is he doing? Tying a boot. And in the most Canadian way can I say, let's find out who is a boot. While he ties his boot. THFC Till I Die is in the house. Says, good evening, Jacob. Hope you're well. If Haaland fit or not, I don't care. Spurs will win because the FA Cup is ours. I hope you're right, Dermot. I do hope you are right. Big up. You get double first place prize today. You get 1 for being the first chatter in the house, and then 2 for being the first YouTube chat member in the house. So big up, Dermot. Look, I am going to squeeze in that members show at some point this week. I was thinking about doing a members post-match show. But if we lose, I can't imagine all the members want to call in if we lose on Friday. But I'm thinking about a Friday night slam down with the members. Let me know what y'all think. We'll get into it. Speaking of get into it, Chang, my man Chang, how are you doing? Says, greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, to the fastest growing Spurs channel of America. Early viewers and likers of the stream will be gifted memberships. Mark my words. He's marking his words, ladies and gentlemen. And as you know, like the Santa Claus from the other side of the world, just blessing us with gifts. Oh, there he goes. Oh, I just looked down and I see that he's already gifted 5 memberships. Big up, my man Chang. Always sponsoring these shows, my friend. And I've got right here. There it is. You know, I want to show it. I've already showed it, but I'm not going to bring too much attention to it. I do love it very much. Shout out my man Deuce Dempsey. Can we get some balloons in the house? Yeah, or that's confetti. It's the one peace sign that is. Dubs in the chat for Chang. Let's get some balloons for Chang. He's already gifted memberships to the show. And we ain't even 10 minutes in. Big up, Chang. He also goes on to say, having said that, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big up. Get notifications. Hit that little thing. It'll tell you when we're going live, because sometimes the times do fluctuate. But also there is a poll in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Thoughts on Haaland set to return versus Spurs. Get your votes in now. That way we can find out where everyone's sitting. But speaking of sitting, we've got a user with the first super chat of the day. Says, hello, boss. Love the shows. Can't wait for Friday. I don't know if you mean you can't wait for Friday as in the game, or you can't wait for Friday as in the after show. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do, y'all. Friday, this Friday, lock it in, members. All right, this Friday after the city match, at some point, it may have to be like a little bit after the match, if you know what I mean. But after the match, my post-game show on the channel will be with the members. I just made that decision live on air. So big up Chang. I hope Chang will be there. Fingers crossed that it'll be a good time for you after our city match on Friday. Win or lose, draw. Well, I guess if we draw, we would then play the replay at city. I don't want that, so it's got to be a win. And we'll be here talking about it live after the win. So come on down, everybody. I hope to see y'all here. But big up Chang, gifting 5 memberships. So look, the 5 of you, I haven't even said who got the 5, but the 5 of you who did get that, make sure y'all say thank you to Chang because he's the GOAT for that. And then also make sure you try and get in on that member show that we're doing on Friday. Big up Kareem Janja, you got a membership. In a coma, Israel Uncovered, Laws for Ange and Bill. Every one of you were just gifted a membership. That makes you eligible for Friday. Clear your calendars, clear your desk. Let's have a conversation. Speaking of conversation, Donna Collins here as well. Member for 1 month says, Mr. Jacob, please invite Mr. Doss here one day. He's already made his debut on the channel on the last member show. He will, I think he still has a membership. I think he keeps getting gifted memberships, so he's still eligible. So I think he can still be here. We'll find out, though. We'll find out. But big up a user. I appreciate the super chat, and big up Chang and gifting those 5 memberships, making the family of United Spurs just that much longer. Can't stay for your whole stream, Jacob. I have a job interview. I really need a job because I'm broke. Derek Smith. First and foremost, I'm sending some positive vibes your way, my brother. I hope this job interview, I hope it leads you to things that you want to do or to the next avenue in your life, my friend. Good luck in the job interview. Don't worry about staying too long, but make sure you do chat in the chat. Let me know. I'm sure you have a chat somewhere. Tell me how you think about Haaland, how you think about if we see him. So I'll find it. Derek Smith, my Plymouth Argyle brethren. Keep an eye on my boy Ashley Phillips, will you? But big up Chang every single time. I do appreciate that. Jamie gets in the house. Big up Jamie. Good. Giuseppe Alberto. Big up to my guy Jacob. Big up to my East Coast brother. New Hampshire. No. Connecticut. No. I don't know why I did the laser beams, but there you go. But big up Giuseppe. I know you're on the East Coast, my friend. Was it New Hampshire? Damn it. I forgot Giuseppe. I feel like New England or Boston or something. Sidansa, how you doing? Sidansa. George is here. Evening, Jacob. I'm still celebrating Destiny Udogie. Aren't we all just celebrating him a little bit? You know? That shit does mean something to me.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Something that's starting to worry me is that our fans are getting overconfident. We all know City are the best team in the world, says Giuseppe. Giuseppe, let me know, my brother. Friday, Rhode Island. Okay, I see Rhode Island. I just looked down. Rhode Island. Oh, Spurs Ninja. Spurs Ninja creeping on, sneaking on in there like a little ninja, grabbing that membership to the Lover's Lane. Big up. We're going to have a little members hangout. So big up to all the members. Hopefully we can get a good chat with all y'all. Big up Spurs Ninja, grabbing that membership. Like a swifty little ninja sneaking on in there, grabbing that membership. That's very nice of you. Big up. I'm going to drink to that. This isn't alcohol, but I will drink to it. Yes. Hey, Aurox Beat says, big ups, man. Concerned about the rest of this window. It's big up Aurox Beat, man. This is a yellow super chat. That's like $10. That's big money, man. Says, it's good buying talented youngsters, but we need an established Højbjerg replacement and right winger because Johnson and him ain't good enough. And I think by him, you mean Hill? I'm assuming that's Hill, and maybe got auto-corrected on your phone, a Rocks beat. So if you mean, I think Hill's going to be going out on loan. At least that's what I saw on the interwebs, that Brian Hill is due to be going on loan. I do got a bookmark about it somewhere, so let me make sure I've got that. I I don't want to give away all the goodies, so I'm pulling it up in a separate tab so you can't see me scroll through all of my goodies. But I have reasons why I believe Erling Haaland will be fit and ready to go. But we'll get there in a minute. No rush, because RXB came in here. Big up every single day. Where is this? I had something for this. About Brian Hill. There it is. Bow. Let me do this. Bang. Per Core Sport. That's a funny name. Correre Dello. Correre Dello Sport. I don't know how you say their name. Oh, they almost got 1 million followers, so that might be a source we can trust a little bit. It says Brian Hill is out of Ange Postecoglou's plans, and Tottenham are now willing to let him go out on loan, and that might be the case, RXB. So I don't know if we have to worry about Hill and his quality much longer. I've never been a guy that's been on the side of Brian Hill. I've never been like, oh, just wait till he comes good. I didn't like the deal from the get-go. I never thought that. And then he never really changed my opinion. Now, I was open to the idea that maybe in an Ange Postecoglou system, this guy, Brian Hill, could be somewhat useful. At least that's what I had hoped. But what it turned out was just a lot of, I felt like running in place with Brian Hill. I mean, he was making some, I think one time he did come on and he swung in a good cross. I was like, hey, I ain't seen a good cross all match. Thank you for that, Brian Hill. There's been like moments and sparks, and I think you can't be a moments and sparks kind of player in an Ange Postecoglou system. So I agree that he is not good enough. Now, Brennan Johnson, however, I would actually disagree a little bit. Now, there is something as well that I have on Brennan Johnson. So if I want to share this with you. I had this prepared in case Brennan Johnson came up. And RXB, because you super chatted, you know what? You are dictating how this show's going to go. So look here. Out of 381 wingers in Europe's top 7 leagues, the highest percentage of offensive duels won is 62.24%. Can you guess which player that is? Now, obviously, this pink one, that is the player that they are alluding to. Now, as you can imagine, I am alluding to, yes, a Mr. Brennan Johnson. It is Mr. Brennan Johnson. Offensive duels won per 90 minutes. He's in the upper 95th percentile per this graph. This is the data MB. I mean, look, I clicked it, and this is what it's opening. And it's showing, look at this. And key passes, 82nd percentile in key passes, and key passes only happen in the final third, to my understanding. I don't care about GA. Dribbling and carrying, he's not really, he's kind of in the middle of the pack there, you see. Now, I don't really know what all this is supposed to make me say in returns of if he's going to be a player that we could use or not. But all this goes to show me is that there is something there that our data analytics, scouts, etc. led us to. There's something. Now, whether that's going to be good enough or not, and the Premier League remains to be seen. I think that's really up to Brennan Johnson, but I don't think he's been as bad as everyone is saying he is. He hasn't been great, but he does have goals and assists. And I remember in his first touches in a Tottenham shirt, he was offside, but he did get a goal in his first touch in a lily white shirt. So I'm not using that as some kind of barometer or scale to say, oh yeah, he works or is effective. But I think Brennan Johnson, legitimately, I don't think he's been as bad as everyone's saying to be. If you go back and you see my watch along, you would know how often I got very frustrated and upset with Brennan Johnson. But the thing is his physical traits get him into these positions, and the way that we play get him into these positions, and it's just a matter of making the right decision. And he's a young lad. Making the right decision isn't something that always comes easy to young lads, young men. I should know, as a man who had many mistakes growing up, it's always hard to know, hey, do I pass or do I shoot here? Do I take my man on or do I try and feed someone in the team? Who's got my back here? And you know, those questions got to be ironed out over time. Let's not forget, like, let's not act like Brennan Johnson had an entire preseason as well with our club, because he didn't. He came in at the fucking deadline day. We had already played 2-3 Premier League matches by the time Brennan Johnson joined us. So my point in saying all that, RX Beat, is that I'm not so sold on the idea that Brennan Johnson's ass and that he's not good enough. Now, we do need a Højbjerg replacement. So again, back to this super chat. I do agree we need a Højbjerg replacement. But if Højbjerg doesn't go, then we don't have to worry about that till the summer. Which personally, I feel the same way about Højbjerg as I do about Emerson Royale. He can give me a job for another 6 months, but in the summer, we got to look at moving him on. And that's kind of what I was talking about yesterday on the whole Emerson Royale show, where we denied less than 25 mil for our boy Emergoat. But look, I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. And look, you're not the only one as well that feels the way you feel about Brennan Johnson, because a lot of people are saying that he's not good enough. I agree. He hasn't been exceptional, but it's not like he's been awful. And it's really sad to see that this young man had to actually limit his comments on Instagram because he was getting hounded by us as Spurs fans. And obviously not me, but us. I use that, like the royal us. Is that the right way of saying that? But I just, I think there's still talent there. He's young, and I would at least give him a full season before I say yes or no. And by a full season, I mean a preseason, an off season, and then we kick on and we see. And I think by this time next year, we will have a concrete idea whether Brennan Johnson will or will not make. But let's give him at least 12 more months is what I say, because he's came in, again, not with a preseason, playing a different style for Nottingham Forest than Ainge's system ain't nobody playing. So I think this kid, we should give him some time. And I'm not trying to be one of those, let's keep him around for 6-7 years if he's not working out. No, I'm talking about in 12 months from now, he will have had an off season, a preseason, and a full run of games with us in this system, to where we will know, excuse me, whether or not that he can cut it, or whether or not that he is good enough. And I still want to keep that door open. For me personally, I want to keep that door open. That's not saying that you, RXB, or anyone that feels the way that you feel, that y'all have to, feel the way that I feel. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. Sorry, my earbud's dying here. But yeah, I'm not sold on this idea that Brennan Johnson's not good enough. I think he can be. I'm also holding out hope that Ainge Postecoglou said this is my number one choice for a reason, and that, his integrity is true, that we can believe what he said, because he fucking said it. Whether we want to say it's Johan Lange, Scott Munn, Levy signing, whatever, Ainge Postecoglou said this is my sign, this was my target, this is who I wanted. It just took longer than we needed it, and you know what? If I'm supposed to believe him, then that's what it'll be. So, I say 12 months. And then we make our minds up. Let's give the kid at least that much time. Because, again, I haven't even referenced once to the whole, stepping up from Nottingham Forest to Spurs, because I don't feel like that's even relevant. To me, in the discussion of Brennan Johnson, is he good enough or not, I don't think we will have a definitive answer for another 12 months. So, I'm not concerned. I would like Antonio Nusa. If we get him in the summer, he's a guy that looks like he's willing to take a man on with the ball at his feet. And that's what I want to see in a winger. I want Brennan Johnson to do that. I just pulled up those stats. He was in the mud as far as progressive carries with the ball. So he's not doing a lot of the things as a winger that I like to see, but that doesn't mean that he's incapable of them. And sometimes making the wrong decision, amalgamated with the previous things that I said, you're going to get this divided Spurs fan base. And look, I don't mind rivals taking the piss and saying, oh, Brennan Johnson ain't shit, y'all are dumb, that's a horrible signing, this, that, and the other. I don't care. Again, I never gave a damn what no Arsenal fan, rival fan, I never gave a damn what neither one of them said. So I ain't really worried about it when it comes to other people's opinions. And sometimes when you see, oh, so-and-so's egging him on, so-and-so's egging him on, then you're like, well, clearly if this person's saying he's ass, this person's saying he's ass, then Brennan Johnson is total ass cheeks. But again, I don't I don't give a shit what people say. I don't really care what a Spurs fan says. That doesn't. I have my own opinions. So when it comes to Brennan Johnson, let's give him another 12 months. That's my opinion. I think there's talent there. There's raw talent. There, he just needs to be honed in a little bit. Hone him on in, and let's see what we can get out of it. But big up RX Beat. I do appreciate that super chat. I did ramble on a little bit, so apologies about that. I know I'm probably super far behind in the chat, but yeah, big up Chang. Big up Future Music. I see Bob Down Under's in the house. Ryman Islam, Friday Night Members, Slam Down sounds good. Count me in, win, lose, or draw. Ryman Islam will be there. Big up Ryman. David Shear's here as well. Big up David Shear every single time. A very big supporter of the channel as well. He's up there with Chang, and y'all be supporting this channel, and y'all really support me and my family, so I appreciate that. Big up Foxy. Foxy. Not even a Spurs fan, right? Big up Foxy. Donovan's here. Do the after show, free Spurs therapy, or we celebrate. It's either open door therapy or we're celebrating. And either way, I'm going to be here, so don't you worry. Big up Chang every single time, my man Chang. Liam Hardy's here. They get gifted out randomly. Excuse me. They get gifted out randomly, so no one can choose, but it's just up to the YouTube gods. I don't know. The algorithm lords, the overseers. I'm not sure. Hope everyone in the floods in Australia are safe. I hope y'all are keeping safe. Look, I'm gonna get out my kangaroo, and we're gonna pet the kangaroo together. Okay. This is my way of saying I hope everybody in Australia is doing all right. Don't let the flooding flood you. The only thing you need to be flooded with is love. So here's some hearts. Haha. Look at that. Haha. Hey, look at production values through the roof tonight. I'm telling you. Big up Donna Cullen. Loves Mr. Doss. Donna, you flip-flop on dudes quicker than a damn pancake at the Waffle House. Big up George. Sean D's in the house. Alan, 10-inch Sibley, says big up Jacob and all in the chat. Alan, long-time supporter of the show. He been here since the thing and barely been open. Big up Alan. I hope you're keeping well, my brother. Good to see you every single time. Cursor, big up Cursor. Appreciate your kind words, my friend. Big ups every single time to you, Cursor. Chelsea fan, always here showing some love. I appreciate that. Hey, don't let people tell you all Chelsea fans are bad people. I know good dudes who are Chelsea fans. Big up Daniel E. Yes, good luck to Derek Smith. Good luck, Derek Smith, indeed. Faz Radfar's here. Big up, Faz Radfar. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate that. The Spurs community is strong. Hey, Derek Smith, you know which side of the pancake you on, too. So as long as you know, we're always here serving up breakfast. Big up yourself right now. Big up Todd Spurs, always here supporting as well. Big up Jacob and chat. Hope you're doing well, bro. I am. I hope you are as well. Another day to count my blessings, and aren't we just blessed to be able to do such? So appreciate y'all being here. Sahar's here. Mark Changor, Chelsea Blue and Blue. Good to see you all. I meant Højbjerg by him. Oh, okay. In your super chat, you meant Højbjerg by him, not Gil. And I started it off by going off on Hill. Whoops. But big up RXB. Appreciate that super chat, my friend. Very generous. Thank you so much. But yes, Hill needs to go too. I appreciate you clarifying, my friend. I apologize. I misread it. And then I was so distracted by my little mini rant that I didn't even see your comment. Yeah, they want Hill to leave on loan, apparently like for 7-10 mil, something like that. Big up Drula, another big supporter of the channel. How you doing, Drula? That's royalty. She's family royalty. I see Stefan Blois in the house. Have you seen our upcoming league fixture? I know football isn't played on paper, but we have some seriously winnable games coming up. I do want to look forward to that in the show at some point, and yes, we will. So don't worry about that. But big up, Stefan. Good to see you in the house every single time. Yep, Laws for Angel Dubs in the chat for Chain. Got that membership. Appreciate that. I'm sliding through the chat because I'm going to catch up here in a second. Sean D. He deserves a full season this time next year. We will know with the Brennan Johnson, and ain't that the truth? Big up Mappin Passay. Mapin. I don't know how you say it, but big up to you. Big up D Mizzy. What you saying, Jacob? Hey, I say plenty. I hope you talking nicely as well. Dan, young Dan out there in the Florida Steady as shark. He's only 22 years old. He's a project for the future, and it would be silly to try and cut our losses so quickly. Scapegoat FC. I don't even think it's a matter of cutting our losses and saying he's one for the future. He is supposed to be, I think, one for the now and for the future. And I think he could be both. I think by 12 months from now, we will know if he's going to be. I'm going to go off on another rant, but Steady as shark. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. You smell what I'm stepping in. Jacob, are you playing our Udogi clip off that? Are you playing that Udogi clip off our? Are you asking for the Udogi clip? I mean, if you want it, you can have it.
Destiny Adoji. Oh, yes. Oh, Destiny Adoji Day. Hey. Idiots, man.
Ain't that always nice? Let's see where I was. Who else is here? Big up. Dan says Johnson put Kyle Walker on skates. People forget that. Like I said, he's had moments. He's had moments that kind of show me, at least, I don't want to close the door on the young man yet. There's enough there to keep me intrigued. Not like with Brian Hill when I see him just running around doing nothing. It's a little bit different. Daniel E's in the house. Big up Daniel E. Typical Man City fan says, well said, bro. Smart man. Hey, big up. Hey, we ain't friends on Friday, but we friends every other day. You know what I'm saying? Until the next time I see you. But big up. Sub to Typical City. Big up. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Alan's in the house. Big up, Jacob. Big up the chat. Smash the likes up. Hey, that's a good reminder. Make sure you are hitting those likes up. I see 100 people across all 3 platforms. How you doing? Hopefully talking to me nicely. What are the likes on? 58 likes with 83 votes. That's not a bad ratio. You know, we could do better as but you know, hey, it is what it is. Too many blessings to get upset about the likes or not. But do what you want. Do as you do, but watch my shoes. Register Cav is here. Says, big up, Jacob. Hope you're good, bro. Yes, all good in the hood here. Hope you are well as well, my friend. Good to see you here. Eltel Cocarel is in the house. Evening, Jacob. Hope you're well. Haaland will not face us Friday, he says. Oh, I think we're getting excited. I think we're hoping that the Viking ain't going to show up on the battlefield, and we're going to be. This is. I did see you over there on Time Added On earlier. I was listening to you guys. Sorry I couldn't join. I was taking care of my son, and then I was late for this show. But look, Erling Haaland, the reasons. Let me ping my guest one more time, and if he's not going to show up, then I got somebody else that may be able to show up. I'm asking him. We'll find out in about 5 or so minutes. So before I get to the Erling Haaland bit, let's see what the guest is. Rich is here. Hello, Rich. How long do you think Ainge will be here? 3 to 4 years. We say give it time and give Brendan Johnson 12 months. After this season, we'll be 25% through Ainge's tenure, possibly more. His contract is only 4 years. Fans act like we have forever to build a trophy-winning side. I said 12 months. And then I think by that point, we'll be what, 40% through Ainge's tenure? At that point, why we're not even halfway there yet. So there's no reason why we can't still go on and get something better if it doesn't work out. Big up Cal L Agent member for 4 months. Big up. Appreciate all the support, my friend. 4 months of supporting the channel. That means something to me. Big up. That shit means something to me, man.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Big up Cal. That shit means something to me, buddy. Says can't say the full show, but have a great one, bud. Big up Cal. I appreciate that. Much love to you and good many happy tidings to whatever endeavors you got planned for the rest of your day, my friend. Big up. Where was I? Oh, Rich. Yeah. In regards to Brendan Johnson, it's not an absorbent amount of time, right? This is Ainge's guy. We should at least give Ainge's guy and Ainge some time together before we say that they can't make it work. And again, I'm not saying that we can't get competition. I'm not saying that I'm completely sold that Brendan Johnson is going to be a good player. But I'm open to the idea. I still think he's more to show us. He's fucking 22 years old. He didn't have any preseason. Like, I know preseason isn't everything. He's been here for this amount of time, but like, he really got thrown in like on the treadmill while the treadmill was going, and we've been telling him to keep up, and he is keeping up, but he just ain't leading the pack. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just feel like Brennan Johnson deserves time. We deserve time to build. Let us build. Let it build. I became less of a fan as I have a question the integrity of football when Palace gifted Arsenal the win. I don't know if they gifted him the win as much as they just like didn't do anything to stop Arsenal from getting the win. Hey, Timmy, you already know every day's destiny, you doggy day. Yes, sir. Sarcasm Town Studios. That's the new name in the chat. It says, haha, you're obsessed with Lee Gunner. I'm not. It's just a funny little clip that I got from a time that he was trolling me. So it's really not obsession as much as it is like a funny little clip that makes me happy. And I'll be damned if I'm not going to do things that make me happy, you know? Thanks, Jacob. I love it when that clown calls us idiots. That's why I left that little part there at the end, the idiots, man. I love that part. Keep calling me an idiot. It don't bother me. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what some grown dude across the world think about me at the end of the day. Even when I go to that side of the world, I don't give a fuck what any of them got to say to me. I am who I am. You can like it or love it is his motto. Got nothing but hugs and love. You got a problem with me, you about to get a bear hug, my friend. This shit means something to me, man. Ronald, feel sorry me, please. I live a stone's from Arsenal for 60 years, and I will never give up. Big up Ronald M. Does that M stand for Ronald McDonald? Is it the infamous clown? I don't know. Big up Craig the Gecko Man is in the house. Matt Cook. Too blessed to be stressed. Even if they score the first time at our stadium, we'll give them a game. Look, Matt, I think if you've been here long enough, you've heard me say that I believe this will be the time in which they actually do score at our ground. That hoodoo and voodoo will be put to bed. Been quite unlucky. Carl Girk is in the house. Girk. Sorry, Jacob, late to the show this morning. Love your positivity. Big up, Carl. And good morning to you, all the way in Australia. Many blessings from my family to yours. Looks like you and your son or your child there in that photo. I hope y'all doing well. Let's see what... I'm almost caught up in this chat here. And then we're going to get to this actual subject, the meat and the bones of the situation. The younger the player, the more preseason is important. Older players know multiple systems, more confident, etc., etc. Hey, you are spitting, my friend. You are spitting. You know that? Let's see. I don't have too long, but I'm going to open this up real quick. Hang on. Dan. Do you have me on WhatsApp, Dan? Can you shoot me a message? See, you said you got space on the show. I'm free if you need someone. I mean, I usually do these things by myself. I had a guest, but I ain't hearing back from him. I think he's flaking on me. So I got another guy that was going to join. And Dan, you're always welcome to join. I don't think you've ever been on the show before. Dan will be making his debut, ladies and gentlemen. Clean sheet and 2 goals for us, says El Tel Cucurella. Hey, I hope you're right. I don't know that a clean sheet is incoming, but, you know, we do look like we're going to have our full-strength team. Yeah, Dan, just send me a text. And I'm going to get talking about the things that we're here to talk about, and it's this guy. And I think everybody's all like, oh, don't worry, he ain't going to play. So-and-so said he ain't going to play. The man himself tweeted 5 hours ago, oh, how I've missed this. Now, these are the reasons why I believe Erling Haaland is, in fact, going to play us, whether that be as a substitute or a starter. I think the week will begin to tell us more. But if he's training Monday, that means he's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That seems like enough training to me for a fucking grown man, young man, to be back. Look, he's lacing the boots. And again, this is a photo. And photos can tell us 1,000 words. And while podcasters, YouTubers, and people will get on there and tell you 1,001 words about why he's not going to play, about why he ain't going to be fit, I'm going to tell you all the reasons why he is. And it's because of my 2 eyes. Hey, yeah, see, I don't know what your name is, but you know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm getting at. This is mind games. He's trying to fucking throw us. Don't let Pep fool you. Don't get tricked and baited and thinking you're fucking comfortable. De Bruyne is back. Haaland will be back. John Stones is back. They are back. Y'all, I'm telling you, you think you are safe. You're not safe. It's better to plan for Haaland than for not Haaland. It's better to plan like KDB's going to start. I'm not telling you I'm worried. I'm telling you we better be worried. It's fucking Erling Haaland. Look, plan for him to be there. And I'm going to continue on telling you why. But look, he's going to fucking play. And if you think he ain't, I see you, Jose. You say he's not going to play. I'm delusional. The photo was taken in the summer because it's freezing in England. Bro, you don't even know. You don't know. I'm telling you right now. These are not... Oh, my goodness. Just watch. Watch this space. Y'all come back. Talk to me nicely at the member show. Jose, you look... Hey, you got the link. You are a member. El Tel Cocarel. Come back to me on Friday when Erling Haaland plays versus us. Everybody's saying, oh, don't worry. The Viking won't be there. He's going to be there. Not only Erling Haaland. That's a picture of fucking, yeah, John Stones. He's back in training as well. These photos weren't taken in the summer. These photos were taken recently. There's also, let me not dive into this yet. That's another theory based. But just look at this photo. I want you to just look at the photo for a minute. You think, here it is. You think that guy jumping in the air, heading the ball, his foot is going to be a problem. That's what I'm being told. His foot. That's what I'm being told. His foot. His foot don't look like it's a fucking problem getting Air Jordan with it now. Huh. But y'all saying his foot. Saying his foot's what's going to keep him out. I think y'all are... Haaland's been training this whole time. He's injured. Hyperbolic chamber. Watching film, studying the best strikers. Upper body training. Don't be slipping. We shall not be. We shall not be. I'm planning for him to be there. Haaland been eating hearts, liver, and brains? Oh, no. Derek Smith says, leaves are on trees, Jacob. No leaves in the winter. I think this is in Abu Dhabi. I think that's where this is at. I think that's where they're at today. I think the City fan in the chat will correct me. Is this from training in Abu Dhabi today? What are we saying? City are in another country. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People are like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Winter break overseas with the trees. Now y'all think we're safe. We are not safe. Alan Sibley, you were spot on. KDB is not just a bigger concern. He is a major concern. I don't want him out there, but guess what? He will be. And you know what he did in his substitute appearance? I'm sure y'all know. They look like photos taken pre-World Cup. Hey, they look like what you talking about they look like. I'm telling you what they are. They're in another country training. That's what I said. They're in Abu Dhabi, Acapulco, I don't know. But they're not in England where it's freezing balls. He's where the trees are. The sun is shining. And he's getting Air Jordan photo poses. So I'm telling you, this guy's playing. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He's fucking playing on Friday. He's out here jumping around. They ain't going to let him jump around if they're being fucking cautious. If they're being like, oh, let's make sure that he doesn't tweak anything because we got all this stuff coming up. Nah. He's fucking practicing full percent. You know, I'd probably just say, hey, go at 70% instead of 80. Okay, let me just get airborne. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not saying I know it all, but I've worked in professional sports. I've seen athletes coming back from injuries, major foot injuries. They ease them in. And like the City fan said earlier, he's been in training, but they're easing him in. But now this is the first full training. This is the first him with all his teammates getting airborne, fucking heading goals. He's playing on Friday. I don't care what people say. Oh, it's my source. Oh, so Johnny Knucklesmith on fucking Twitter told me X, Y, and Z. Bro, these are photos. He is airborne. He's at full training. And we're talking about, bro, we are done. We are done if we don't act like he ain't going to play. He's playing. He's 100% playing. Johnny Knucklesmith, yeah, I know he's tier 1, that motherfucker, Johnny Knucklesmith, the bastard. But look, yes, they are in Abu Dhabi. That's what I'm talking about. And then everyone's like, oh, no, they're not going to. Bro, I tried to say in the chats. I was in the chats. I heard the people, Hotspur Hippie. They were like, oh, he's not going to play. Time had it on. They said, oh, he's not going to play. I'm watching. I'm looking and I'm listening. All right? And I'm telling you what this fucking tells me. These photos, what this tells me. He's in full training. Look, he's not. Look at the dude in the picture with him. That's Rico Lewis or Oscar Bob or somebody. You think that, bro, he's got the bra on. That means he's being GPS tracked. I'm telling you, he's going to play. Hi, fraud. Hello. How you doing? Pep ain't leaving anything in the shed for this one. He wants Ainge. He wants that goal at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Erling Haaland is going to play on Friday. And everyone like, oh, no, Haaland, we're good. We talking about practice. Yeah, we talking about practice. Hotspur Hippie's a go. But he was just going off of what the people in the chat were telling him. I don't blame Hotspur Hippie for being wrong. I'm just telling you he's wrong. All right. His link is in the description of this video. He was supposed to be here. That is the guy who flaked on me. So, just so you know. It was Hotspur Hippie. He flaked on me. What a guy. He said, I'll try and be there. Just like Erling Haaland's going to try to be at the FA Cup game. And he will. And if we act like he ain't going, we try and prepare for Julian Alvarez or if they run 2 strikers up top. Yo, I'm telling you, he's playing. Big up Luca 14. I'm not stressed. We are going to score. They are going to score. Both of us will score. I know that much, 100%. But shout out to everybody. Over 110 across all platforms right now. I want to say I hope you're doing well this Monday evening. Yes, there is an American Waffle tonight over on Staffy TV. I do need to get that redirect sorted out. But I will be over there later. Later. But I'm telling you, y'all acting like Erling Haaland ain't fixing to play. He's going to play. And if we act like he's not, where is it? There it is. All right, boom. Redirect is on. But big up Luca 14. Good to see you. And speaking of good to see, we have a debut on the channel. A debut of sorts. We're going to call him the super sub. The guy that we all didn't know that we needed on the pitch, but we've now got him on the pitch. We've got D Mizzy. Young Dan, how you doing, my friend? Welcome. Happy debut on the channel.
Good to be on. Thanks for inviting me. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm good. I'm good, except for the fact that, Dan, I've been listening to Spurs channels. They're telling me, oh, we'll be all right. Haaland ain't playing.
I think we will be all right. Jacob, I think you're being too... I give the word the Spursist. Because us Spurs fans, we go through so much negative times that we automatically think of the negative things. You have to realize how Pep Guardiola manages his players. This guy, even if he's fit, he's going to play the last 5 minutes of the game. I don't think this is anything to be worried about, if I'm real. He's been out for how long? He's not just going to come out straight away and be in the starting 11. It's just not going to happen like that, sadly. Happily for us. And then So I don't think, and if he is, so last time Romero put him in his pocket and took him out for a walk, so I think we should be okay.
You know, I do have, you know, in the sanctity of photos, I do have another photo. You know, I always like to reference photos and videos because they always speak maybe more words than we can. And here's a photo. Speaking of what you're talking about, big up Paul with the Hotspur hippie.
That's not a good photo.
You know,
he got a red card for that. I'm pretty sure that photo.
I don't really. No, he didn't. This was a yellow.
This second yellow.
This was the first yellow in that game. This was in the 17th or 18th minute. I remember it vividly because I've used this quite often to defend Romero, because I've said the reason why this record-breaking Golden Boot winner was unable to score at our ground was because Cuti Romero tackled him in the 17th minute, because he did put something on. There's something to be said, Dan. I don't know, you know, how much or what position you play if you do play, but in any sport, when you put something meaty on their best player right off the jump, you fucking punch them right in the mouth. That right there, now they're thinking whether it was a foul or not. Yes, it was a foul. Clearly, he got the yellow card. But my point is saying that is, I love a Mike Tyson quote. And Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a game plan till you hit him in the mouth. And when you go out there and you put something on him like this, and look, I am in the minority. I am of the 5% of Spurs fans who think this was a good thing. But for me, I would always, even when I played indoor, my latter stages of my goalkeeping career, if they got into that box, I'm putting something on you. If you were that, I'm watching them in the warm-ups. Who's their techiest player? I'm putting something on him first time he's in the box. I'm treating it like this, the NFL. I'll get my yellow. I'll take my warning. That's fine. No problem. That's my point, though, is like you make them think. And if you get in their mind just that little bit, make them second think, where's this guy? Just, you know, rather than let me time my run and I'm getting in behind, which foot am I taking the shot? It's where's this guy? And then those thoughts. That is enough to throw a guy off. And I think that's what the case was in this particular instance. Now, it remains to be seen if that's going to happen.
I play on the wing, so I'm usually the one receiving these tackles. But no, I think it did influence the way that he performed. But I'm not trying to see another Christian Romero red card, man. We need him for this upcoming games, man.
Yeah. Hotspur hippie calling me a douchebag, but I did, even though he wasn't here, I did put his channel link in the description of this video. So if that makes me a douchebag, then I guess I'm Scrooge McDuck, but I'm out here giving all the gold. But hey, apparently I need some milk. Well, you know what happens when you need some milk around here.
He needs some milk.
Yes, he does indeed. We've got another guest, because guess what? Since Paul's going to bail, he said I didn't tell you. He told me in stone, I'll be there, Jacob. You can count on me 1,000%. That's what he said to me, y'all. But hey, we're good.
Easy. Putting him on the spot like this.
There it is. But we got Dermotron from THFC Till I Die. What's up, Dermot?
Nice to be used as a super sub. I don't mind at 25 past midnight here in Ireland. I don't mind coming on and joining the good folk of America and Canada and Australia and all the rest of the world that are wide awake. So how are you guys?
Oh, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. We're talking about Erling Haaland. And Dermot, you were, shall I say, one of my suspects in my crime watch this afternoon.
Yeah.
And when I say crime watch, I say crime listen, crime observing. I was crime watchers. I had my goggles on, Dermot, and I saw you in the chat. And you know what I saw you say? That Haaland's not going to play.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to play. I think it's my games for Man City. I agree with you on that, Jacob. And look, I don't care if he plays or he doesn't play. Tottenham will beat the ass of Man City because we're going to win. Pardon?
We do every time. It's not really.
Well, look, I can go back to when we beat them in the FA Cup 4-2 away at Main Road. Before even you were probably a twinkle in your dad's eye, Dimsey. Even before you were born, I can remember us going up to Main Road and beating them 4-2. Naeem getting a hat.
Something about that phrase has always bothered me. Why am I a twinkle in my father's eye?
You know my dad
I could have said something else, but I was actually being polite.
Yeah.
You know, my dad actually supports City.
Oh, really?
He's a City fan. I get to bet him every year because we literally own them. This is my favorite fixture of the season.
I don't know. See, I'm of the kind, like, when I go to I'm not good at gambling. I don't condone gambling, but when I've gone to a casino, I always keep it as simple as possible. I go to the roulette table and I either bet red or I bet black, and I stick with the color and I just ride it until I'm either up or I have no money. 3 out of 3 times I'm out of money at the end of the night. So it's probably not a good idea to take any kind of gambling advice from me. But my point in saying that is I bet like that because I worry that if something statistically continues to happen over and over and over, that eventually that has to stop. It will stop eventually at some point, which is why when we go to Old Trafford, I have confidence because I'm like, I think we can get a win. Historically, doesn't matter. I think we can get a win. And there's more evidence to lend me to believe that, okay, this can be true. Like when we go to Stamford Bridge, I feel like we should be able to go there and get a result, get a win, regardless of where we're at, because things change. Records are meant to be broken. So I have a fear, I suppose, and I don't like to operate my life in fear. But Dan, what? I see your hand up there.
I'm gonna quote a great man in football.
Yeah.
This is football heritage. Football heritage. Yeah, records are meant to be broken. But when Man City go into games like these, and you see interviews, they're asking Pep Guardiola, after winning the treble, what are your goals for the season? And he says to score at Spurs away. That's in the players' minds. So it does affect the game. And that leads to how many times we've been able to beat them. It's not really the fact that we've been able to beat them so many times at home. It's that they haven't scored a single goal in our stadium. The treble winners have never scored a goal in our stadium.
Look, I love your optimism. I really do. But I've supported Tottenham for 43 years. Be 44 years this year because I'm 47 in February. And believe me, I've seen a lot of good. I've seen a lot of bad. I've never seen a lot of awful. Look, I'm very confident that we could beat Man City on Friday. I'm confident we're going to do the double. If things go in the double's on, we can still win the league. As low as people calling me delusional, I think that is still possible. Because I don't think Man City are winning it. I think I think Liverpool probably win it, if I'm being totally honest with you. If we don't win, I think Liverpool are probably going to win the league. But I think we can win the FA Cup. But it's all about luck at the end of the day.
I don't think it's about luck, in my opinion, Dermot. It's not about hope and fan. You know me, I love the vibes more than anybody. But there's something to be said that even when Bentancur came back into our lineup and we all could tell he wasn't 100% himself, what he did was make everyone around him better. He made everyone else elevated. What's going to happen when Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, and John Stones are back in that squad, 65% fit, 80, 100%, no matter what it is, they're going to uplift those around them. And I know that they're going to be better than what we have seen this season. And this style that we play is not like the style that we've played since they've played us at that stadium, if that makes sense. We've always sat back, absorbed pressure, and then beat them on the counter with Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, which is, I like my chances in that regard. But we don't have Heung-min Son, we don't have Harry Kane, and we don't sit back and we don't counter. We are on the front foot, we are open. We concede chances to Brentford, to United, to Palace, to Wolves, to everybody. We give chances in front of net. And if you give City, Haaland, De Bruyne, the likes of these players who just came off of a treble, I believe that they are going to get goals. Now, that's not me saying that we can't get a result on Friday. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is if we go into it with this mindset of, if Haaland's not there, or if he is there, like we're better historically, it's been this or that. Like yes, history is there, but we do have to look at the context of that history, right?
I mean, look, we're going into this game on Friday with or without Haaland. I don't care. I feel we can win. If Haaland and KVB are in it, brilliant. If for Man City, that's brilliant for them. But it doesn't bother me because I know we've got Bentancur, we've got other players that can match them. And this Man City team, they're not an all-conquering. They've won the treble. But I don't think Man City are this all-conquering team we should be scared of. They're just another football team. It's another 90 minutes of football, which we can win. And will not let us go into this game. There's a lot of teams lose to Man City because they're fearful of Man City. They lose the game before the game starts because they're scared of the players Man City have. We're not scared of them. We don't care if Haaland's playing or not. We don't care if KVB's playing or not, John Stone's playing or not. We don't care if Pep's going to come out as manager. We don't care because we can beat them because we're not afraid of you. A lot of teams, Man City played within the first few minutes of the game, either at the Etihad main road, which it used to be called, or away. They lose because they're afraid of the Man City team. They're afraid of the players. They're in awe of the players on the pitch. We're not like that. Ange doesn't set teams like that. Didn't do it up in Scotland. Didn't do it here at Tottenham. We don't care. We're Tottenham. We're going to win because we're the best. And that's the attitude the players have got to go into. Man City are very vulnerable at the back.
No Heung-min Son. He is Pep Guardiola's kryptonite.
Jacob. James Maddison.
Go ahead, Dan.
James Maddison. He's back.
James Maddison. Hey, I can't wait.
Back.
That they could get our goals. I'm not saying we can't get goals. I'm not of this mindset that, oh, no Son or Kane, we can't get goals. I for sure believe we could go get goals because of like what Dermot said, the way we set up, we can go get those goals. But the thing is, and I think that it is the style it naturally lends itself to being is we're going to concede and we're going to score. At the end of the day, we just got to do more than them. Right?
Yeah.
And at home, I'm hoping that 12th man is going to be that X factor, that kind of almost not doubt, but like they're still checking their rearview mirror because they know where they are. Pep knows where he is. These players know that. I mean, in the offseason, Pep Guardiola said, you're coming off of a treble. What would you like to accomplish next year? He said scoring at Tottenham Hotspur. He didn't fucking hesitate at all. Straight off, I need to score at Tottenham. And to me, what that signals is...
Got your ass.
We've got him right where we want him. So again, I'm telling you that there's a good chance we have him right where we want him, but we can't. My only thing by going around and being like Haaland's going to play is like, look, us as fans, players, we can't just say like that we think Erling Haaland's not going to be there. Erling Haaland on the bench, Erling Haaland off the bench, KDB. They're getting 3 players back to that spine that makes them so deadly. And they're just starting to warm up as far as their form. So I'm looking at it like this is those 2 things, and then you add in our play style, then you add in how many chances we've conceded and given other people who are half as good as Manchester City. They're going. I didn't mean those fireworks, but there's going to be fireworks on Friday. Dan, is there something?
There's something in Rocky. I don't know if you lot watched Rocky back in the day, but there's something in Rocky 4 when he cuts Ivan Drago, and the trainer's telling Rocky he's human, he's a man,
he can bleed. He's bleeding. Yeah,
that should be that should be Ange in the dressing room. They're not a machine; they're men. Look, one thing I would say about Man City and Alex Ferguson of the great Man United sides, when they did the treble, they backed it up the next season with winning the league. I don't think, and I think Pep has actually felt, well, we've won the Champions League now. We've reached our limit. Where to Fergie, it was, well, okay, you've done the treble. Now go out next season and prove me you can do it again. I think there's a different types of hunger in this Man City side, if you know what I mean. Well, I don't think they're hungry for winning silverware. They're not a team. I don't think so. I think they're more concerned on the Champions League than anything else. I think they want to retain that. But when it comes to the league or the FA Cup, I think they'll say, "Oh, that's just second."
I think it's the. I mean, this is our assumptions, right? Of another club and another manager and players' ambitions. My assumption, just to throw my 2 cents in, would be that I think it would be the opposite. I think they want, because if they got the 4P of the league, that hasn't been done.
No, it has never been done. No, never been done.
That's something that they want, because think about it. Each year, it's just, let me check this off. What are they saying? What is everyone saying? Oh, well, you ain't done this. Well, now we have done that. Yeah. You ain't won a Champions League. Well, now we have done that. Yeah, I think they're going to value the league. So maybe that could lend to. I did hear a City fan saying he doesn't care if they lose.
There's a documentary of Manchester City, and there's like they go in the dressing room, right? And there's pictures of, there's like a poster in the Manchester City dressing room saying last year was only one team in England has done the treble. There was leaks of this season's one, and it said no team has ever won the league 4 years in a row. So I disagree that Man City are not hungry, especially after seeing that Newcastle game and afterwards, like the way that they were like that you get that vibe around a team that wants to win things and they're hungry to win things. When I saw that Newcastle game and I saw they were celebrating at the end, I just got that vibe from them that they're like hungry to win again. And I don't think it's safe to say Man City are just they're just fine with winning.
I look at Man United. Well, I'm old enough to remember Liverpool dominating the leagues, and I just feel, Man City have done it well, but they've had the money to back them up. They've had somebody come in with wealth of money to back them up and buy the best players where they can buy them. I respect Man City, what they've done. As a fan, I sat back and said, do you know what? Fair play to you for doing the treble last season. Congratulations. But they don't excite me as a football club. Not like great teams of the past do. Not like the great Liverpool side of the 80s or the great Manchester United side of under Fergie. Them teams excite me. Man City doesn't excite me.
They're missing. They've been missing the thing that makes them that fire starting Bunsen burner fucking oven that'll burn your house down if you let it. That's my point of being cautious. Not that I'm scared of City, but I agree with you, Dermot. They haven't been what they have been in the past.
No,
but the fucking reason is because of Kevin De Bruyne.
And
I know I've been talking. This whole thing is Haaland and Haaland this, Haaland that, but Kevin De Bruyne is literally like our Bentancur on steroids. When we're talking about, he came in and he uplifted us, bro. Imagine that, but like on the strongest steroids. That's what De Bruyne is going to do for them.
Yeah.
So they are going to look, once they're firing on all cylinders and they're all on the same page again, they are going to be that team, I think, Dermot, that you're saying that, they don't excite me. But bro, they can get right back there. Kevin De Bruyne is that person who can help them get there. He is a game changer.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's not. I agree with you. I think he makes Man City tick. But what I'm saying is they don't excite me as a football team. Even with him in it or not, I don't know. I don't know. Some of the Man City, I just don't know. I just never have liked them. I've never had a thing for Man City. Even when I was a small kid, I never liked Man City. So Man City are not my side that I've ever liked. So, but fair play to them for what they've done.
Jacob, I'm gonna disconnect for 1 second. I'll be like right back, like in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to my nan's house and I'm gonna connect back from there.
Okay, cool. No worries.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go for probably about another 20 minutes until American Waffle starts. Alan Sibley says City's going to click into gear at the right time of the season and they are going to win the league, Dermot. I think everyone's kind of been waiting for them to start running, and I think that they have gotten up and have started moving. And it's only a matter of time until they start running, in my opinion.
You look at Liverpool, though. Liverpool look very dangerous for the league, in my opinion. I thought Liverpool will win the league this year. I mean, they were the last ones to play this round of weekends, and they picked up the 3 points at Bournemouth. And I like the way Klopp has them playing. He has them playing some exciting brand of football, and we do as well at Tottenham. We're there, and I know everyone's saying we won't win the league, and look, probably we won't, but while we're still in it, it's great to dream that we could win it. We could win it this year. But Man City, for me, I don't think they will win it this year. I think too much has gone on this season, missing players, dropping points early in the season. And if you look back through a whole season, you can look back to games where we dropped points, say at Villa. That's where we lost the league. And I think with Man City, I think they've dropped too many points. There's too much of a gap to make up. If Liverpool,
they have a game in hand. If they win, I'm pulling up a table right now, and let's look at it together. So they are on 43 points with a game in hand, and they're 5 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand.
Yeah.
So ostensibly, if they win, then at that point there's 17 more games to catch up with Liverpool. That would require Liverpool to be perfect. So are you saying that they can't win it because they're not good enough, or because Liverpool's going to be able to hold on to that little bit of a lead that they made?
I think Liverpool's going to hold on to that lead that they've made. And if you look to seem more consistent, only one defeat in 21 games. You look at us, we're only 3 points behind Aston Villa, Arsenal, Man City. and we've all played the same games. Of course, Man City have a game in hand. So technically, we're still in the race for that runners-up spot as well, if we don't win the league. But it's a very tighter race. Any of that, I think, any of the top 5 could be in the Champions League. Any of the top 3 will probably win the league. And it hurts me to say that, but it's a very tight race. It depends when Liverpool play Man City, who wins that game. It depends when the big teams play each other. It's about taking points off each other, and I just think Liverpool have it this season. But look, what do I know? I'm only a football fan. I could be completely wrong by May. And Man City could be top of the league winning it. Who knows? Football's a funny old game.
That's what I'm saying. Football is a funny little beast, and as soon as you think you know, and that's what also still like lurks in the back of my mind, I suppose, when it comes like, oh well, we always beat City. I'm still like, football is a funny old beast, isn't it? Like just like we said, there is. I do want to check this real quick. What is the poll looking like? How are we doing on the poll? Just a friendly reminder: get your votes in the poll. I see 112 votes and 75 likes. That's 35 people that voted in the poll but didn't like the video. I don't know why, but hey, you're allowed to live the life you want to live. But look, to close out the Haaland thoughts, or the talk about Haaland. 45% says he's going to go into the pockets of Kuti and Mickey even if he does return. And 21% says depends if he's 100% fit or not. Another 20% says Haaland is going to destroy this back line. And then 14% says won't be the most important battle on the field. I threw that one out there for anyone who thinks that it doesn't matter if Haaland's out there or not. It's about De Bruyne and Stones, etc. But look, I do appreciate everyone getting those votes in the poll and also liking the video. Free ways to keep promoting the show here. But look, we're going to keep the talk going right along. I've got this to talk about in regards to Antonio Nusa. As far as today, what happened on Fabrizio was on a podcast, and this is the only update we got. Everyone's saying the news is slow on Nusa, but Fabrizio was on Give Me Sport. He was on a live stream. And I like that I don't have to do this. I don't have to go pay attention to these live streams. We've got aggregators that'll fucking get it, and I can just find it on Twitter. And so Fabrizio Romano, everyone in the chat was blowing it up. Like I went and looked. They're blowing it up about, Nusa update. Every time he tweets, everyone's like, Nusa update. So he responded. He says, we are at the contact stage of negotiations for Nusa. Tottenham are speaking to Club Brugge. They have already had 2 meetings about Nusa, so the negotiation is ongoing, and at the moment, everything is verbal. It's similar to what happened with Dragusin right before putting in an official bid. Tottenham work like this. They have a verbal conversation with the club, and then the official bid is there. As soon as they know the offer will probably be accepted upon some final details. So to me, what this does is basically solidify the things that I've said in regards to how we work as a club, which is we're not going to bid with the club. We're not going to sit here and fucking draft 3 different bids for the guy. We're going to have conversations with you, and then once we know where we're at, then we put our bid. And maybe it just needs final we always got about 4 days worth of final details being ironed out. Once it is officially, here we go. So look, to me, it's one of those, we'll see when we see. I hope it gets done now. I don't mind that we loan him back. That's fine if the kid wants to finish out his season in Belgium. That's cool. Finish what you started. I actually kind of like that in the kid's character, that he's like, hang on, I want to finish what I started here. And I like that. I think that speaks to his character a little bit. But Dermot, let me ask you, first of all, how do you feel about the general idea of the deal spending about 30 million and then loaning him back to his club? Where are you at with that? Is it a lot of money to spend on a guy you don't even get to use?
Look, we did the same thing with Destiny, didn't we? Exactly, loaned him back for the rest of that season to, where was it, Udinese in Italy. So look, if that's the way it's got to go, that's the way I'm very excited. I've seen a lot of this kid tonight on YouTube. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos about him, and I'm very excited about him. I'm very, very excited. He'd be a great fit for us. But look, it does show a lot of his character, that he wants to stay and finish off what he started in Belgium. It really shows. It shows of commitment. It shows of that he's a man of his word, which is like Rudu as well was a man of his word when he came to signing for us with Bayern Munich, sort of lurking in the background. So for me, look, I think it is what it is. You can't change it. If he wants to stay in Belgium for the rest of the season, let him stay in Belgium. Get him in the start of pre-season next to start the summer and let Ange working on him. But we've had a good window, to be honest, Jacob. I think we really have had a good window. We've got a lot of good players in, and I think if we can add to it in the summer, I think we'll be a force next season. We really will.
Yeah, I would agree, but I still want one more signing for our team right now, whether it be a bench guy, a depth guy, or a replacement of some kind. If we do see some, I think we might actually do this Nusa thing and then one more because we need another, whether it's a Højbjerg replacement, if Højbjerg leaves, Skip, etc. I don't know, maybe another loan deal with somebody. But again, some of the I keep looking at the chat and I don't even know if they're talking to me. So I think they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
But look, I just think that Giuseppe, which show are we doing the score predictions? We later on in the week we'll be doing score predictions and predicted 11 later on in the week. I am working to get a very, very cool Manchester City representative. He's a lovely gentleman. I don't want to say his name yet, but I know if people haven't met him yet, they're gonna love this guy. So we'll see if I can get him to join the show at some point. But look, this Nusa deal, I like the kid. I like the prospect of it. Now, it doesn't affect the first team or the bench if we buy him and we get this over the line and then we say, oh, well, our January window was all right because, we did get that third signing in. And I really think that we need more than just the two people who are now, again, like I said, it could be another Werner type deal where it's a 6-month loan with an option. I'm fine with that, but I think we're going to need another warm body. Now, there has been some tweets and stuff going around about different defenders that we've actually been keeping our eyes on still. Apparently we've, I've got the tweet somewhere around here. There's also a midfielder. Like I saw this, we're showing interest in this kid who plays for New England Revolution. Where was it? There's somewhere else I've got. There was another defender that we were monitoring, and I've got the tweet. There it is. Nope, this is a cam. Sorry. But it says Ange Postecoglou has identified Sebastian Szymanski as a target and wants him in the squad next season. The club will do everything to sign the attacking midfielder. Fenerbahce won 30. I don't know who that is. I don't watch Fenerbahce. And then Sessegnon apparently is looking for game time, bro. You can look at it somewhere else. And then I also saw this as well, that Tottenham are keen on signing Jean-Claire Taubadeau still. So, look, we're still talking about center backs. We're still talking about attacking mids.
Yeah,
there's still business that we're talking about. Yeah,
there's a lot.
I know a lot of it is to kind of keep the wheels moving when things are slow. I get that. But to me, I definitely still need I want another signing. Now, I know I may be advantageous of me. Maybe I'm stretching too much and hoping that we do more, but I would like to see some more. I think we need some more to help us if we are going to try to push on for an FA Cup, or we are going to try and push on for any kind of. Yeah,
I think I wouldn't rule out the Gallagher move either, from what I'm hearing. That's still working on in the background.
I've heard that the Gallagher thing was done.
Oh no, it's not done. I am telling you, it's not done. Chelsea have to sell to get their FFP down to some sort of level.
They're not going to sell Gallagher to us, Dermot. They're not going to sell us Gallagher. I can guarantee that.
No, I'm
There's
hearing.
No way.
I'm telling you I tell you what I'm hearing is that Tottenham went in for him late in the summer window, and they went in too late for him. Chelsea are an FFP shit. I know this for a fact. I'll explain to you afterwards where I've heard it from, but I will explain it to you. Chelsea and teams around like Newcastle have to sell players for their FFP. Trippier, tonight it broke on Sky Sports, that Trippier, 11 million, that will take him to Bayern Munich as well. Look, the Gallagher thing's not dead. There's a few other deals working on, but I think if we make one more, I think it'd be a loan to buy.
Yeah, that's kind of why I left that that little part up. Timmy here says Szymanski would be a very nice Giovanni Lo Celso replacement. I'm cool if Lo Celso want to leave, but Lo Celso and Cuti Romero did just come out with like a little video where they're answering questions and stuff. Yeah, I might have to go check out some of those Conference League knockouts with Fenerbahce. A few years younger than Gio. I'll definitely check them out, and I think maybe tomorrow we'll do a little amateur scouting report on them and see what we could dig up on them. You know, I like doing my little amateur hour scouting reports, so we'll see about that. But look, I don't have too much longer here in this show because I do got to take a little moment, you know, kiss the wife and baby, and wave to the good people of El Paso for a second before I do the American Waffle Show. So let me ask Dermot. I know the answer, but we do have to go through the motion here.
Yeah,
I need to know, where are you at Friday? What's going down? How are we getting to the result? And what's the end result? Where are we at? Manchester City.
I'm going for a 2-1 win on Friday. I think Man City will score, but I think we'll win it. I think our name's on the FA Cup this year. As I said the last time we won the FA Cup, I was a teenager. So, you know, I'd love another trip back to Wembley. But I think a 2-1 win. I think we just got to play the way we've been playing. Just go in there confident that we can win right at home. What's more important on Friday is the crowd. They've got to be the 12th man. They've got to make that stadium hostile as hell. Then when their Man City players walk onto that pitch, they're going to think, shit, we've walked into a hostile place here. We've done it before when Arsenal came, when we beat them in our race to top 4. It does unnerve players. I don't care what they say. It does, and the hostile environment, it does unnerve you. So that's why I'm going. Look, I'm going for a Tottenham win. Of course, I am 2-1. I think Ange will have them.
Anita agrees with you. Says 2-1.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to give my score prediction. I do want you to continue, Dermot, but I'm not going to give my score prediction because, or else, what are they going to tune in for the preview show? You know, I got to keep the viewers on their toes, because then also if I change my answer, they're going to say, Jacob, you're a flip-flop. So, haha, I'm thinking ahead. But Dermot, continue to tell me how we're getting this 2-1.
I don't care. How are we going to get the 2-1? I think it's about, we've got to win the midfield. I think that's if we win the midfield, I think everything else takes care of itself. We've got to take our chances. We found out the Premier League, if you don't take your chances, which we haven't been, we will get punished. We've got to take our chances. Romero's got to be clear-headed and calm, and Van der Ven's a good calm and influence on them. The back 5 have to be as one. So we've got to go into it with the mentality of, right, we're not going to concede. We're going to win this. And we've beaten Man City before.
If we keep a clean sheet, we're winning the fucking cup, Dermot.
Yeah.
If we keep a clean sheet and win that match, we're winning the fucking cup. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
I'm full in the pool at that point. If we beat City, keep a clean sheet, I am going on a limb saying we are winning it all, baby. Talk to me nicely.
Yeah. I think we are going to win the FA Cup this year. The FA Cup's coming back home to what?
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
I believe it goes to a replay, not penalties. We'll play a replay at the Etihad.
Does it go to a replay, or is round 4 replaced?
Yeah, this round is still replay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and then we'd have penalties at City's ground.
Yeah.
If we draw again, but we're not going to draw.
No.
It's either a win or a loss on Friday. I feel it. It's a win or a loss, and I need Dermot's vibes. He says, "Win, baby, just win."
Yeah. The vibes of 81. Ricky Villa. We need the vibes of that 81 cup win inside.
Yes.
That's it.
Come on.
That's what we need. Honestly. I'm deluded as hell. You know that, Jacob.
I love this energy. I'm getting hype, and we're still about 4 days out from damn game day. And Craig the Gecko Man's like, penalties, I'm jacked. And I just said, no penalties. He said, I'm still jacked. Come on, Craig the Gecko Man. You're getting me fucking amped up too.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm so hyped for the game Friday. I was like,
what are we doing here? You know what? Y'all are very clever. Very clever.
I thought, you fucker. But you clever fucker.
You guys got me. I won't. You guys did get me there. Look, James Madison. I believe in Magic and I believe in Madison. And I think a little bit of both, fuck them. They're only City.
Exactly.
I started this show kind of worried saying, hey, Haaland. Now I'm starting to think about it. You know what? We've got Cuti Romero and we've also got Vicario Sicario in net. They ain't ever seen nobody like that. Ederson only wishes he was half the keeper. I mean, just so good from the back.
You must have had a great view of that.
Wow, unbelievable from the back. Yeah.
Unbelievable from the back, I should say. But look.
Jacob, you just got to listen to Dermatron. Just listen to the Dermatron. He will put you on the right path.
Hey, you know, you might be getting me up for a larger fall, but I am enjoying the climb, my friend. Sometimes it's just about the view.
It is.
But look, I wish I could go longer, but I do have a show at the top of the hour, and I do need to use the toilet, kiss the wife. But I did exclusive, real quick, Dermot, an exclusive. Yeah. I have video. This was apparently a video that Christian Romero sent to Haaland in regards to Friday. So you ready for this?
Yeah,
Dermot?
I'm ready for it.
Oh, I won't let you go. Oh.
Isn't that nice?
Oh,
a little loving
him.
Video shared between the two of them. Yep. But that's going to do it for episode 139 of the Untitled series, also known as the Immaculate series. Big up to everyone. Again, members, remember, Friday. It's Friday. After the match, members hang out. We're going to get together. We're going to kick it old school. First come, first serve. And then if we do get full and there's more people wanting to join, then at that point, whoever was first or whoever wants to bounce out can. We'll figure it out. I ain't worried about it yet. We didn't fill up last time. We might this time because there's more people in the house. But before I go, I would be remiss if I don't say big up to Donna Colin for being a member for 1 month. A huge, big up to Chang for the gifted 5 memberships. Oh, what a guy. A user for the first super chat. Spurs Ninja grabbing their membership said, I didn't get gifted one, but like a sneaky little ninja, I'm going to go and grab mine anyway. And as well, big up to RX Beats with the big Czar 70 super chat. A really great talking point, got me on a Brennan Johnson rant, so ain't that quite nice? And then also big up to Cal. He may not be here, he's probably not here, but he's been a member for 4 months. And you know what? To all the members, that shit does mean something to me.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
The shit means something to me. But look, if you want to get some more of me at my full shamelessness, just stay right here. I will redirect you over to American Waffle, which will start very, very shortly. I'm going to end the poll. There's 120 votes. So Shirley, but don't call me Shirley. When I refresh this page, we could be on 100 likes. Shirley. 88. Wow. But that's okay. You know, a lot of y'all just want to vote, but you don't want to hit a like on the video, and you know what? That's okay. I am going to add THFC Till I Die in the description of this video as well. So if you are watching on playback, please make sure you get on over there and subscribe. I thought I already did it, but I'm just
we're only 250
so.
away from 2K, so we're getting there. We're nearly there. I can see
you hear
2K.
that?
I can see it in the distance.
You can see it. Y'all can help it make a reality. So go on and click the link in the description, THFC Till I Die. Get over there and subscribe. Help him get to 2K ASAP expeditiously. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you've had a great time. Again, if y'all want some more and you want to see me at my most shameless, get on, just hang on. I'll get you on over to American Waffle for the latest installment. But until next time, folks, we'll see you tomorrow. Stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
United Spurs of America with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.